Hello and welcome to the Change Gang podcast with me, your host, Laura Ordile. I'm here to help you hold on to your sanity and your soul as you move through big change. I'm here to guide you from frustration to flow in your life, bridging the practical and the woo just for you. Let's go. Welcome to the Week Change Gang, and welcome to the first podcast of 2025. Wow. Here we go, off into another year. And I hope that as you sit and kind of wrap up how last year went and how you want this one to go, that you put some new things in play. If you want things to change, you try some new things, you venture out and see what's next. What can I do to really change things up? And that you give up the excuses. And let's be honest, we all have excuses about why we're not doing the thing that we really want to be doing. Unless you're doing it, which if you are, yay, good for you. But we have excuses about time. I don't have enough time. I don't have enough money. I don't know how. All the things are in there. And you might consider yours a reason. I just flat out don't have the money, and that's my reason. But is it stopping you from having the happiness and the adventure in life that you want to have? Because then I'm going to reclassify that back to an excuse. And why? Why would I do that? Because sometimes you can do things in a way that the money doesn't come into play. And I've had to do that in the past. There's been times when I couldn't afford to do editing or the recording, or couldn't afford to have an email system that supported certain things that I do now. All of those things, I had to find free ways to move my business forward. The things that were free to me. I still record on a lot of free things. I do this podcast on a free system. Do I pay for the actual posting and the support? Yes. Not a ton, but yes, I do. And I go ahead and decide along the way, what can I do? How can I find a way? I didn't know how to do a podcast when I started it. I went on and asked questions in groups and watched YouTube videos and got frustrated and found my way through. And I hope now that I do know a little bit more, but there's still things I don't know. It could probably be improved. It could be better. It could be set up maybe in a different category or edited in a different way if I had someone that I paid to do it all for me. But I don't. And I had to make the time commitment and the energy commitment and even, yes, a little bit of a money commitment to move myself forward. But it was something that I wanted to commit to, and it's something that I'm still committing to, obviously, because you're listening to this right here, right now, in 2025. And when I went to start it, I actually was considering doing this podcast with someone else. I was having a conversation with someone and I said, ooh, it would be fun. We should do a podcast. We should get together and have conversations about change and all the fun things that happen in life around it and go from there. And that person said, okay, yeah, let's do that. And I mentioned it another time or two, and he was busy and didn't really have the space to do it. And so I came up with the name, The Change Gang, and I sent it over, and then I said, you know what? I think I'm going to go ahead and do it. I think I'm going to step into it. And I understand if you're not available, that's okay. That's awesome. And he was going in a whole nother direction. But I needed to do it. I needed to move my energy and move myself, take the next step. And for me, that was this. And I have met and learned so many things over the last couple years of doing this podcast. I hope you have too. It's not one of the top 5 podcasts in the world, but it's here for you, for the people that I hope, are enjoying it. For the people that I hope are finding it for the information that they need. I was doing 2 a week when I was doing some of the really trauma-oriented ones and really putting that forward. And now I'm back to 1, and I've been thinking about some of the people that I want to talk with and some of the people that would be important for me to have on the podcast and why, and the direction, how it relates to change, what changed in their life, how did they find their way, why is that significant, and how can it be helpful to someone else. And sometimes I'm right on track with these. And yes, absolutely, I'm talking about how to change your life, what to do. And sometimes I'm talking to people for fun. And I believe because the things that they do and move in can change your life, can make a difference. Because we all have different roads that we take. We all have different ways of bringing change into our life. Whether it's through astrology, numerology, hypnosis, and there's so many different kinds of hypnosis and ways of doing that. NLP, life coaching, painting, whatever it is that brings about change in someone's life may be the thing that's going to bring about change in your life. And that's why I talk to people. That's why I get out there and just have the conversations, because it's fun and interesting, and it might be the thing that sparks the way ahead for you. So that is why I'm still here. That's why I'm doing the thing. And I trust that the people coming into mind to have on the podcast to chat with are going to be the people that I do need to talk to, that might be for the one person listening today, or for the next person that listens, or for the person that it gets passed on to. I would love to hear from you. If you're listening, if you're hearing me today, send me a hello. Come on to one of the social medias and say, hey, I heard your podcast today. And I'm letting you know. I'm there, hand up. I'm listening. I would love that. And by the way, if you have a chance to go on and rate it, whether you're on Spotify, Amazon, iTunes, wherever you're at. I know iTunes, sometimes people have a little struggle going on to leave a review and do a rating, but it can be done. So if you are willing to go do that, I would be really grateful. Sometimes you can just go on Spotify and hit the thumbs up, and that's okay too. Most people know how to do reviews on Amazon, so even there would be wonderful. Wherever you're listening to me, if you could leave a message, leave a thumbs up, leave something for me, and for others to know, hey, Laura is pretty interesting to listen to. Laura does have some things to say. If it's not today, maybe it's in another episode, wherever it is for you. But I just wanted to say today that I hope that you're moving beyond your excuses, that you're moving beyond whatever reason it is that's keeping you back from finding your desires, from finding your joy, from finding the things that you want most now in your life. For the things that you want most in a few months, in a few years, start the process of seeing them now, of moving yourself to meet the universe, to take the steps forward so that it can move with you and bring all those things to you. It's amazing. The universe is an amazing energy, but it needs you in motion as well, in some way. So take that step, move in that direction, do the thing. And if you need help, if you're stuck, if you just don't know which way to go, reach out. I'm here for that. I will help you get unstuck. I will help you move in the direction that you want to move in. I love doing it. And right now I'm also doing some fun, free group hypnosis sessions. And I have those posted on some of my social medias. So you can sign up each week for those right now. The next one's going to be on Saturday, the 11th at 8 a.m. Mountain Time. So if you're listening to this week, you can come and hop in and be a part of that. So come find me and join me in that. All it's going to do is open the doors wider for you, clear the way better for you, make things quicker, easier, more complete in the life that you want for yourself. That's all good, I think. So, there you go. That's what I've got for you this week. Start being prepared for a little bit longer ones, because I am going to have some guests back again and have those chats. And I'm going to be talking more and more about ways to bring the change in for you in the way that you want. So, if you want to go back and listen to some of the older episodes, go all the way back to the beginning, and you'll see some of the really cool things about change and why I started it. I share a lot, so have a peek, have a listen, enjoy, and go off into the week and have a wonderful one, and I will meet you same time, right here, next week. Ciao. I hope today's episode was interesting to you in some way and fun. If so, hey, find someone to share it with. Maybe they need to hear it too, or maybe they'll just enjoy it. If you'd like, go ahead and grab my tips on supercharging your success. It includes a free short meditation to do just that. You can find that at bit.ly/supercharge your success. Until next time, happy day.